Gods of Greek, John Kenyon. Ye gods of Greek, bright fictions, when ye ruled of old a happier race, mildly born rejoicing men, bonds of beauty and of grace. Worship was the service light, and duty pattern a easy bliss, a white-hued fanes at every height, whenever the sparkling world was with. Creation then but newly born, failed of the glowing trust of youth, and pulses yet were all unworn, and poesy was the very truth. And gods were spread through earth and air, and looked or spoke in sigh or sound, and who but laughed to worship there, their waver mingling all around. Not then was yonder radiant sun, the globe of fire, as now they say. Phoebus urged his chariot on, guiding God, and made the day. Joy hell each of whom we moaned, some fond presiding or attended, Naiads bent by every fount, from which a gushing stream is candid. As Daphne's voice so taught the creed that murmured from yon laurel tree, the stirrings of the hollow reed outside a plaintive melody. The birds sent forth with fervent thrill, as Philomel the song supplying, and Venus wept on yonder hill, where young Adonis god and dying. And then with perfume airs came breathing at eve from off the Aegean shore, while little waves the wild foam swirling, the Kenyon deeps were fleecing o'er the mountain cave beneath the rock, as the fires outsped the breeze, the spur was leading forth his flock to feed along the verdant seas. The gods, not when they held at scorn the maid with old Lucian's race, many demigod was born, fit prodigy from such embrace. And deeper faith and hands of fire, fit sculptors chisel, poets pen, and nobler themes might art require than gods on earth and godlike men. Yea, gods, when watched with loving care, or such at least the fond belief, in lifeless things of earth and air, the cloud, the stream, the stem, the leaf. Iris the goddess, tinged the flower with more than merely rainbow hues. Great Jove himself sent down the shower of freshened earth with healing dews. In beauty's self more beauteous seemed than came and the gold could thread, and youth to fancy youthfully beamed, and souls were more heroical. Where humans stood the priest, the heart in sweeter bonds than hour was wit. Now life more gently seemed to part, when 'twas the pregnant the fret, and temples shone like palaces in game, and victor's corner, and feastal dance with flowers and trees, and song and boats the sacred all. E'en at the last doomed hour of death, no terror scared, there hath but room. A kiss beguiling the parted breath, the genius welcomed to the tomb. If but the willing graces bent our deed, or read with smiling approving, if but the muses gave consent, or cheered perchance of accent loving, the gods forbade no pleasure, then, nor doomed it sin, nor held it folly, but deigned to share the joys of man, the beautiful, still the holy. That was God so deigned to share our mortal pleasures, downward bending, we too there inferior in air, noble strive upward tending. Generous creeds that blossomed forth, with southern graces soft our bowers, that blithe when from our bitter north have heard our hues and shrunk our flowers. The proud for earlier leading strings, the world disdains each old ideal, and clutched with merbrosic things, plots heavenly life's sullen real. The elegant smiles, just lofty brow, pen-word nymphs, all are gone. Bright as ye were, bright fictions, no, ye live in poet's dream alone.